People may not always listen to what you say, but they will always notice what you wear. Yes, dress habits speak before words do. And in this session, we are going to explore how dress habits shape perception, confidence, and communication. Hello everyone, welcome to this session on dress habits. Now, before you think this is about fashion advice, let me clarify. This is not about trends, labels, or chasing the latest celebrity look. This session is about how the way you dress becomes part of your communication toolkit. Because whether you are in a boardroom, at a family gathering, in an interview, or simply meeting friends, your attire conveys messages even before you open your mouth. And as Indian professionals and housemakers stepping into wider circle, this is a skill we cannot ignore. So let's dive deep and remember, this is a training session. So speak along with me, repeat sentences aloud and practice as we go. Okay, let's start with the workplace. I want you to repeat this after me. First impressions are the last impressions. Good. Now think, when you enter a meeting room, before you even sit down, what does your attire tell people? For example, if you walk in wearing a neatly ironed shirt and trousers, people may think, here is someone reliable. If you walk in with a crumpled shirt, loose shoes, or flashy colors, people may think, this person is careless. Now, let's practice saying this aloud. At work, my clothes reflect my reliability. Say it again. Good. So, we are going to do certain activities now. Activity number one. Now, answer this aloud. What type of clothes do you usually wear at work? Take 10 seconds. Speak aloud. So, what is your answer? Okay, I'll give my sample answer. You can model. At work, I prefer semi formal attire because it strikes the right balance between professionalism and comfort. As they say, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Clothes are not just fabric, they are a reflection of personality. A neat shirt with trousers makes me feel confident and respected. Notice the power phrases here. Strike the right balance. Dress for the job you want. Clothes are a reflection of personality, right? These are not just good sentences. They are conversation gems you can use in real life. Let's go to section 2, where we are going to talk about traditional versus modern, and balance is the key. Let's talk about daily life. In India, we juggle between tradition and modernity. Saris and kurtas on one hand, jeans and shirts on the other. So let's practice this. Fashion fades, but style is eternal. Say it aloud. And here is how you can answer if someone asks you this question. Do you prefer traditional or modern outfits? What is your answer? So my answer is, for daily life, I lean towards traditional wear, especially on cultural occasions, because old is gold and gives a sense of belonging. However, I do mix modern outfits for comfort. Traditional attire has a timeless elegance, while modern clothes are practical for fast-paced living. So I try to maintain a fusion, wearing kurta pajamas at home but jeans and shirts outside. Now this way, I carry both culture and convenience together. Let's do activity 2. Pause here, record yourself answering the same question. Yes, do you prefer traditional or modern outfits? And why? Try to include at least one idiom in your answer. Now let's move to section 3. Seasonal dressing versus practicality. Well, by the way, practicality matters. Another important aspect, seasonal dressing. Let's be practical. In summer, comfort is king. In winter, health is wealth. So repeat after me. Seasonal dressing is about confidence and comfort. Now practice with me. In summer, I stick to cotton fabrics and light shades because prevention is better than cure when it comes to heat. And in winter, I layer up with sweaters and jackets because there is no point catching a cold for the sake of fashion. Seasonal dressing isn't just about looks, it's about practicality. See, How easy it is to create meaningful responses? Let's go to section 4, comfort versus fashion, the eternal debate. Now let's address this question. Do you spend more on comfort or fashion? Think about it. Every working professional, every homemaker has faced this choice. So I'm going to give you a sample answer you can repeat. I believe money spent wisely is money saved. So I always prioritize comfort over fashion. Fashion is temporary, but comfort is long term. A comfortable outfit allows me to focus on my work and relationships without distraction. Of course, once in a while, I indulge in stylish clothes because variety is the spice of life. But at the end of the day, comfort gives confidence, and confidence is the best outfit anyone can wear. Notice again the idioms, the phrases, and they are the spice of the language. Money spent wisely is money saved. Or variety is the spice of life. Confidence is the best outfit. Use them all. Let's come to section 5. Brand value. Does it matter? Now tell me honestly, how many of you believe brands define you? Let's bust this myth first. So practice this. Smart shopping is better than splurging money on big brands. And here is the model answer. For me, brand value matters, but it's not the be all and end all. You can't judge a book by its cover. So labels don't define who we are. Sometimes branded clothes offer better quality, but I've also found local stores giving excellent durability. Rather than chasing logos, I focus on quality, fit, and practicality. A branded shirt may fade in months, but a wisely chosen unbranded piece can last for years. Let's move to section 6, homeware versus public wear. Two sides of the same coin. Now, this is something all of us relate to. At home, we want to be comfortable. Outside, we want to look respectable. Repeat after me. First impressions are the last impressions that we did earlier as well. So, sample answer? You may say, at home, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. I prefer loose and airy clothes because they make me feel relaxed. But when I step outside, I dress smartly because the clothes we wear in public are part of non verbal communication. People may not listen to your words first, but they will surely notice your appearance. Section 7 is about cultural and festival dressing. Respecting roots, of course. Festivals are the heartbeat of our culture. How would you give the answer? So you will say, festivals are the soul of our culture and they greatly influence my dress habits. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I always wear traditional attire like kurta pajama or sari during such events. Now these clothes are not just garments, they carry emotion, history, and respect for our roots. Now practice answering aloud. How do festivals influence your dress habits? Try to give your answer. Section 8 is about judgment and perception. Clothes make the man. Here is a hard truth. People judge others by clothes. Yes, character matters more. But the first filter is always appearance. So, say this with me. Clothes make the man. And now you can model your answer. You may say, oh yes, whether we like it or not, people do judge others by their clothes. Dressing well doesn't mean buying expensive brands, but it does mean being neat, appropriate, and presentable. If someone walks into a meeting in shabby clothes, they may lose credibility instantly. So, dressing right is a silent but powerful tool. And section 9 is about changing dress habits from youth to adulthood. Earlier, maybe we cared more about trends. No, now it's about comfort and personality. Sample this. I'm going to speak on this and then you might speak yourself. Earlier, I cared more about trends than comfort. Like many youngsters, I believed in keeping up with the Joneses. But with age, I focus more on durability and simplicity. Experience is the best teacher. And it taught me that dressing is less about impressing others and more about expressing yourself. Section 10 is about Western versus Indian wears, striking a balance. So, final practice question is, do you believe Western clothes are replacing traditional Indian wear? And your model answer can be this. Yes, Western clothes are slowly taking over daily wear because they are practical and easy to maintain. However, every coin has two sides. While modern outfits save time, traditional clothes preserve identity. A nation that forgets its culture loses its soul. So I believe we must strike a balance. Now, here is your activity. The objective of this worksheet is to help you speak confidently in English about dressing style, choices, and how dressing impacts personality and communication. So, in the part 1, we'll do some warm up speaking exercises for 5 minutes, of course. So, your activity is speak for 1 minute about what you are wearing today. Example, today I'm wearing a gray shirt with blue trousers. Yeah, I chose this because it is comfortable and it looks neat. Same way, you may speak and record yourself on your phone. Listen to how clear you sound. Part 2 is our vocabulary builder. Now, you need to learn and use these words while speaking. So, I'm giving you some words and phrases. Try to speak and use them. Formal wear, casual wear, traditional wear, trendy, comfortable, elegant, crumpled, ironed, presentable, professional, stylish, gaudy, sober. And your activity is you need to use at least 5 words in your own sentences about your clothes. For example, you may say, this dress is elegant and perfect for a formal meeting. In part 3, you will do a role play. You can do in a pair or you can also do solo recording. So, situation 1 is you're going for a job interview. Talk for 1 or 2 minutes about what you will wear and why. In situation 2, you're going for a family wedding. Talk about your dress choice and how it makes you feel. So you need to record a short video for either situation. Part 4 is about guided answers. So answer these questions aloud. Practice 2 to 3 sentences each. For example, what is your favorite outfit and why? Do you prefer traditional clothes or modern clothes? 3. How do you decide what to wear for a party? 4. Do you think dressing well builds confidence? Why? 5th, do you feel you have a good dress sense? Why? Or why not? You may get the guidance for these answers in the session that we did earlier. Now, in part 5, you need to have a 2-minute challenge. So, set a timer for 2 minutes and talk non-stop about my dressing habits. Focus on fluency, not perfection. Try to use descriptive words like comfortable, elegant, stylish, formal, neat. No, record your challenge and share it with the community group. In the part 6, do some reflection. Write down your answer and then speak it aloud. For example, you may say, one change I want to make in my dressing habit is, right. Because, write the reason. End goal of this exercise is that you should feel confident talking about your dress habits in different contexts like professional, personal, social. Okay? So do this and I'll see you in the next session.